It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is Video Olympics on the Atari 2600. 2-player using paddle controllers. We've got Joe on. Are you player 1 or player 2?
I think I'm player 1 because I'm on that side.
Yes, you are. We practiced just now because Pong being such a complex game, we needed to. But yeah. So.
Wow.
This is Pong. There are a ton of games on this cartridge. I don't know how many, but they're all variations on the bat and ball game like this, and this is pretty much your traditional Pong. We've got the bat size set to easy, because with it set to difficult, you're basically trying to hit a little square ball with a bigger square bat, but it's literally almost square, and we want them a bit wider than that. Oh God. Well, I won the last one, but I'm not going to win this one.
You never know.
I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. Something we were commenting on, because we were sitting and chatting while we were playing before recording this. There's an effect, oh God, on the screen that I remember from the old arcade games like Pong, but also Defender and other early 80s arcade games. There is a trail behind the ball, and also behind when I move the green bat. Traditionally on the old games, that was the phosphor on the screen was taking a little while to like dim and go black, but we're on an LCD TV, so that's not phosphor doing that. So something in the electronics of the Atari is creating some kind of image persistence effect. I don't know why or what or whatever, but I like it. It's cool, and you don't get that with emulation. And also the weird, well, it's not dot crawl, but I'm hoping the camera's picking it up, a weird chunky kind of pixely effect on the vertical lines on the bats and on the ball.
But it's more noticeable on the green than the
Yeah.
yellow.
Is that yellow? It's kind of
Green and yellow, orange, I don't know. Imagine
like,
the background is orange, so it's got to be yellow.
It's like, yeah, murky, grubby mustard yuck colour.
I'll try to get some spin on the ball.
Yeah. We have sort of experimented at trying to add a bit of variety to the game, really, because I won't say it gets boring, but it can go on for quite a long while. It goes up to 21. I don't know that we're going to play all the way to 21 here. We might try some other games on the cartridge.
First to 5.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Still might take a while though.
Yeah.
Oops, maybe not if I do things like that.
What did you do?
I just tried to do a spin again.
Oh. Right. There. Let's try it a different. That looks just a bit too similar. 7. Oh, I don't know.
That one's wobbling now. When you did 7, the yellow one wobbled, and that one wobbled.
Yeah, I think the wobble is just the paddle controllers. It's like a rear stat or something or other, and they're crap. Basically, it was a thing with these Atari paddles. After a while, you had to kind of go like that to stop them twitching. You could lose a game just because you had a crap paddle. I don't know what this is going to be like, so let's...
Faster.
Is it? No.
Got a rally going.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's faster.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So I think it gets faster with every hit, or every other hit, or something.
I think it does, doesn't it?
Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, this is definitely more like it. Challenge. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
It's about on the third hit.
Yeah. Oh, God. Goes mental.
Yeah.
We'll do the best of 5 again and then try different.
It's not going to take very long.
It would be... I wonder, if we can just get it going back and forth, it might be interesting to see how fast it'll go. I don't know if we can... Oh, bollocks. Okay. Right. Here we go.
Wow, that is fast.
Will it go any faster though? I don't think it will.
I don't think it will. I don't move the controller.
Ah. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, in the name of science.
Ooh.
You might win this one. Ooh. Oh. Right. Oh.
Ew.
Okay.
The balls.
Yep.
Wow. That's going to be...
Oh God. Oh. Arse. Oh. Yep.
You're trying to let it bounce off your own. Oh, it goes through your other
Yeah.
paddle. Right. Wow, that's really quite off-putting, actually.
Oh God. It's kind of clever. Oh, that was good. Oh. Oh. Ah. You can just redirect it. Do you think they knew what they were doing when they designed this? Oh.
I get the idea. Because if you mount it off your other second paddle,
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of when I hit it with me,
redirects it.
yeah, when I hit it with my paddle, like at the back, when it gets to the one at the front, I hit it again to keep it away from your front bat.
Yeah.
Let's try a different one.
That's going to be faster, isn't it? Oh, that goalpost.
Football.
Is that what it is?
I think so, or hockey.
Might be hockey.
Something like that. Oh God. Ow. You're feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, 5. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Wow. Okay, that's freaky.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean, the thing is, you could ignore a lot of the bats and just use it. Oh, like the other one, trying to strategize with this and work out how to best use them. I don't know.
Definitely not very good at this one.
Because I don't. You can't just turn. They sort of stop. You can only send them so far.
Ah, you've got 4, haven't you? In total.
I'm not sure. Is it 4 or 5? No, you're right. It is 4. Is it? Yeah.
You've got stuck there.
Oh God. Yeah, the thing with it is you can't send one bat from top to bottom, so you have to
No.
use more than one.
That's 5.
Okay. We'll have a look for one. See, oh my God, what on earth?
Oh wow.
I don't know what.
Oh, you've only got the... Ah, I wonder if they bounce off them then.
No idea.
Yes, they do. Oh God.
Wow.
Oh dear.
I never played this back in the day. Well, did I have... Oh God. I don't remember if I had this. Oh.
I'll move it down.
Oh God. Yeah, you can get a goal scored against you by an immobile block.
Yep. Oh.
Okay, we'll call it a day with that cartridge. That is Video Olympics. Yeah, I don't know really what to say about that. It's basic in the extreme, but it's fun. It's kind of compelling. It is two-player. You've got to have a willing second player who can tolerate the basic nature of it. But Joe's sitting here laughing her head off. Yeah, it's not bad. It's potentially quite fun. Okay, thank you for watching. Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from MD. God. MD Max 09. Hello, Mikey. Link to his channel down there. He asks for Q&A. What's a game franchise you thought you would absolutely dislike and fell in love with it instead? Thanks for always sharing your amazing videos after all of these years. Thank you. Game franchise I thought I'd hate but love. That's actually a really difficult one. Excuse me, I'm going to turn the brightness up. That's a bit dark. Here we are. Look at this quality production values here. Fully prepared and know what I'm doing. Game franchise I thought I'd hate but love. I've had to think about this quite a bit because I was initially going to say none, but there kind of is. I do not like Mario. Don't like. Just dislike the character, dislike a great deal about the way the games play. It's just not my cup of tea. I got back in the 8 and 16-bit era, everything for a long while was all about platform games, and that was largely brought about by the popularity of Mario. And I had an Acorn Electron, and it was just like platformer, another bloody platform. I was sick of them because the Electron, they weren't really very good. And then, you know, I got Amiga and Mega Drive, and it was just platform game after platform game, and it was like if you were going to talk about a video game, it was just another bloody platform game. And to my mind, that was the fault of Mario. Sonic was great, but there wouldn't be Sonic without Mario, and so maybe that's a good reason for Mario existing. But anyway, I just came to hate Mario, and I don't like the character. He's butt ugly, got an annoying voice, just want to slap him or smack him in the face with a turtle shell or something. However, Mario Kart. I loathe Mario, but I love Mario Kart. Ever since the first one, and it's a difficult one. If you were to ask me which is my favourite, the one I always end up going back to is Super Mario Kart on the SNES, just because it was the first, and to my mind the purest. You've got no stupid, annoying blue shell. I loathe the blue shell, and it's at its absolute worst on Mario Kart Wii. That's where I stopped liking Mario Kart. I'd say that. I don't like Mario Kart 64 either. That one is, for some reason, it just doesn't work for me. It feels rough. There are moments on it where I can't see where I'm going, or is it the frame rate isn't right? It's like the first stage, the first level, whatever, the tracks on that, great, but it gets further on, and I'm just like, nah. I get my ass kicked on it. But Super Mario Kart, what's it called on the GBA? I'm blanking now. Super Circuit, Mario Kart Super Circuit on the GBA, love that. Mario Kart DS, love that. Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, love that. Double Dash, love that. Don't like 64. Don't like Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe, gorgeous, absolutely stunningly, utterly gorgeous. But it's that bloody blue shell. I think after Double Dash, Mario Kart stopped being about skill. By the time of Mario Kart Wii, it became a lottery, and I kind of get the idea. It stopped being a racing game, it stopped being a competition, and it just became a party game for the whole family. It doesn't matter if you can't play and you're absolutely crap, you might win anyway. Just throw blue shells, and it doesn't matter if the skilled player at the front will lose anyway. It stopped rewarding skill and became a lottery. A very, very, very pretty lottery for kids and grannies and people who don't play video games. Great for marketing, you know, big audience, but it stopped being a game for gamers. And that's a real shame. There should be an option. Turn off the crappy blue shell. Turn off all. There are other things on the. I don't know if they're on Mario Kart 8. They're certainly on Deluxe. Where it kind of guides you, helps you, bloody well doesn't. You want to go left and it takes you right because that's safer or less likely to take you off the track or something, but it would pick your route. No! Hate it. Just way too dumbed down. Loathsome. But I still love the franchise, certainly the earlier stuff anyway, despite not liking Mario at all. I like Donkey Kong, but then he was Jumpman and he was a carpenter, so meh. And then there are franchises that I should like, and I don't. It's not so much that I don't, as I started out liking them and then didn't. One that comes to mind is Far Cry. I first played... Far Cry was the first-person engine I played on a PC. I know this isn't part of the question, I'm just extending the question because I answered the question and had got nothing left. I played Far Cry on the PC. Years ago, I bought a PC, brand new, stuck a graphics card in it. It was an ATI Radeon 7600, which was underpowered, so I stuck a 7800 in it. And then got Far Cry. And the first-person shooter I'd played before that, one or two Medal of Honor, and then Black on the PS2. And, you know, they're pretty. Well, certainly Black is pretty. But the level of visual clarity on Far Cry just blew it away. All of the plants and trees and foliage and stuff, it was like, wow, this is fantastic. Blew my mind. Loved it. And then I got a PS3 and I got Far Cry 2. And it's done by different people. Is it Ubisoft? It wasn't done by Crytek, who did Far Cry. They it's like, I don't know, I guess Ubisoft owned the franchise or whatever. So Crytek went and did Crysis, which is like the real sequel to Far Cry, in my mind anyway, and is a fantastic game, and like just takes the Cry engine and develops it, or is it a sequel to the engine, whatever, is bloody amazing. Whereas Crysis 2, tedious, really bloody tedious. I tried really hard to like it. I played it a lot until I realised it wasn't worth playing. It was boring as all hell. And I was very disappointed. And then several years later, you got Far Cry 3. And did I say Crysis 2 a minute ago? I was talking about Far Cry 2. Yeah, but then Far Cry 3 came out, and I thought, well, that's really, really pretty. I'd seen videos online and everything, though I hadn't watched in a massive amount of detail. I got it, and it annoyed the crap out of me, because whoever the game designers were, they forgot what it was, and they had been influenced by other things that were going on in gaming at that time, namely Minecraft. You can't combine Minecraft with the first-person shooter, for God's sake. Crafting should not ever be a thing on a first-person shooter, and it ruined it. It's like there's people coming, you've got to take this and that and the other thing and put them together and make this before you can shoot them. Bollocks. Did not want any of that. It just annoyed the crap out of me, and I have the disc somewhere. I played it like once. I played it long enough to realise I hated it and I would never play it again. I should give it away, really. Yeah, so that's one where it's not that I really got into the franchise and then went off it. It's that there was like one game done by a really good development team, and then after that it was just like crap because the development teams that dealt with it after that were not nearly as good. And the game design was just... it had nothing to do with the original Far Cry. It's like they got a name and that was it. Bollocks. Is there another franchise that I loved but don't now? Yes, there is. You're looking at it. That's Gran Turismo 4. It's me making a complete arse of myself on the Nürburgring. I'm driving the Renault 5 Turbo. I'm going to make an excuse now. This is the replay of a little race I just ran. But what you don't see in the replay, it took me about half an hour to play this because I was actually talking to Joe at the same time on Facebook. We were messaging back and forth, and so at that point I've just gone back to the game, having been talking to Joe for 10 minutes or something. So I'd play for a bit, then receive a message, pause the game, turn round, read the message, reply to the message, turn back round, unpause and carry on. But you lose your mojo, or you forget where you are and you turn right when you should turn left, or you accelerate when you should, whatever. Excuses. It is what was happening, but you can just choose to believe I'm crap. I don't care. But getting back to what I was saying, Gran Turismo, loved it from the very start, from the very first Gran Turismo. It blew me away. I wanted a realistic driving game, and up until that point the best I'd got, I think, was like V-Rally. Maybe was V-Rally 2 out at that time, not sure. And then Gran Turismo, it was what I wanted. It was perfect. I'm trying to work, did I say Gran Turismo 2 or Gran Turismo? Whatever, Gran Turismo 2 came out, and more of the same. Awesome. And then Gran Turismo 3 came out and blew my mind, and it's probably still my favourite Gran Turismo, just because I played it more. Gran Turismo 4 has a bit of a confused interface, and it's interesting looking at it now, playing it, because when it first came out, Gran Turismo 3 on the PS2, the leap from like the PS1 to the PS2, I remember sitting and watching it and being gobsmacked at the clarity of it. It was like you couldn't see the pixels. Wow. Looking at it now, after playing it on PS3 and PS4, it's like, okay, you can't see the pixels, but you can't see the textures either exactly. It's kind of smeary. It's like looking at an N64 game after playing a PS1 game. It's sort of, they make up for the lack of detail with a sort of slightly smeary effect that is weird. It's like looking at a PS3 game with Vaseline smeared on your glasses. An interesting effect. It also reminds me a little bit of like Dreamcast. also, I'm running this. I've just recently got a component cable, and it's the first time I've ever used PS2 with a component. Why am I back on PS2? Because my PS3 blew up. And I mean, I used to play PS2 on PS3 when my backwardly compatible one was still going, but that blew up. So I had a non-backwardly compatible one, and that just blew up. So I was like, to hell with this, get out the PS2, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying PS2 gaming perhaps more than PS3 gaming, and definitely more than PS4 gaming. I'm spending more time on the PS2 than the PS4, loads more. But anyway, so like Gran Turismo 4, great. 5 and 6, well, I can't play them anymore for the time being, but I still liked them. The updates are extremely aggravating, especially when it comes to like reinstalling Gran Turismo 6. This is 21 updates, and they're like multi-mega gigabytes. It's insane and really stupid. But that didn't put me off the franchise. It aggravated me, but I still love the game. Gran Turismo Sport, I play it because it's like there's the PS4 sitting there, and there aren't many PS4 games I'm particularly interested in playing. It's not doing it for me. So I play Gran Turismo because I haven't completed it and I can play it. It's like some games you forget where you got to, and so going back to them, it's like, what am I doing now? Can't remember. What were the controls? Can't remember. Getting back into it is too hard. Gran Turismo, I can't forget how to play it. Doesn't matter where you got to. It's all there on the screen. You just go to the next race you haven't completed. But I don't like it. I don't like the circuits. They're just not as good. I don't really get it. It's weird because I love the physics of it. Going back to Gran Turismo 4 and the handling of the car, it is really... twitchy isn't the word. Imprecise is what it is. It feels like you've got just tons and tons of slack. A little bit of movement on the stick equates to a lot of movement on the track, and you can be over the wrong side of the track before you know it. And it's like going back to the old days of driving games with a D-pad, tap, 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 tap. Well, I'm doing that with tiny little movements on the analog stick, trying not to fly off the track. And I was surprised by that. There's something really, really detailed and precise about the handling of the cars on Gran Turismo Sport that I just thought that's how Gran Turismo games all were. But you kind of forget. Just coming back to this, oh no, it don't play like that. There's no weight. There's no weight to the car, and you can fly off the track really easily just by oversteering, which I did plenty of in this, which if you haven't seen, I can't see what lap I'm on there. There are certainly moments where I just oversteer and smack into the wall. Yeah. So, I mean, Gran Turismo, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, hate it. Is there going to be a Gran Turismo 7? And if there is it going to be on the PS4 or is it going to be on the PS5? Because Gran Turismo Sport is all about the online. They've made a fair stab at the offline with updates. I mean, and apparently when it first came out, there wasn't a lot to play offline. I waited a good 2-3 years before I bought it, but so by the time I got it, there was good offline content. But the tracks aren't doing it for me. Okay, that's answered the question, and it's a good couple of questions that weren't asked. Just because I wanted to talk a lot while this was playing. Really, it's like, let you see me make an ass of myself. Yeah, okay. Anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a video like this, leave your questions in the comments below, and begin with for Q&A, so I know to not just answer in the comments. Oh, look at that. I think that's the end of the race. Okay, thank you for watching.
Patreon? That's not even a word. You've made it up.